What's up, Fragrant World? Welcome back to another Stay Fresh production. My name is Justin Copeland, and on this channel, Stay Fresh Productions, we talk about everything dealing with fragrances. Any interest in that kind of content? Welcome to the right place. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, which gets you entry into the Freshest Squad here on YouTube, also known as the Fresh Squad. Increase, enhance, develop, evolve, improve, elevate your freshness being you bringing your best self in every situation, treating people with respect, and we use fragrance as a foundation of that. You will feel it and others will smell it. Today we are doing a continuation video. A lot of you guys asked for this and I'm really excited you wanted to do it because I already wanted to do it anyway. We did a 10 designer fragrances that every man should own in their wardrobe, and basically we covered 10 scenarios in which you would wear a fragrance, and today we're doing the niche version of that. And I have all the same categories. I painstakingly picked 10 fragrances to fit in these categories, but as I said in the previous video, the categories matter more than the fragrances themselves, because these are scenarios, these are occasions and situations that just about any one of you guys will encounter just in your life. And it's great to smell your best and smell appropriate for the occasion while you're doing it. Once again, our categories are everyday, so something you can wear anytime, anywhere, all year round, every occasion. We have our casual day warm, a fragrance to wear during the daytime that is on the casual side, something that you can wear just out and about, again, casually, as per the name. We have sophisticated day warm, so something that is fresh, but something that is gonna have a little bit more of maybe a gentlemanly quality or more kind of elegant quality, but still for the daytime, maybe something you might wear to work if you work in a professional environment. We have sophisticated evening warm, so something to wear again during the warmer months in the evening time that definitely smells on the classy side of things, but it's not too dense or thick, so it does still thrive with the heat. We have date warm, something to wear during a date during the warmer months, generally at night. And this is going to be something that's going to be a little bit more playful, maybe sweeter, but still might have a bit of a freshness to it, or at least a transparency to suit the warmth. We have date cool, which is, as per the name, a fragrance to wear on a date during the cooler months. Again, on the sweeter side of things, on the more playful side of things, but we can now get away with it being a little bit more rich and dense because it's a little cooler. We have casual day cool, so something to wear during the casual days, during the cooler months. Might have a cozy feeling to it, might have a bit of a sweetness or a density, so it does work with the cool weather, but it's not too serious. We have sophisticated day cool, which is perfect for the office. Again, something maybe a little bit more professional and elegant, but still not quite as serious as something you might wear during the evening time to a formal event. We have sophisticated evening cool, which is what I just said, something to wear during maybe a formal event or something more elegant during the nighttime in the cooler months. And finally, we have Showstopper. It's a fragrance that is not going to please everyone, either the wearer or those smelling it. It is a very particular scent. It is something that is going to make you stand out. It's very provocative. If people like it, they're really going to like it. If they don't like it, they might run away from you. So if you have the confidence to rock it, I'll definitely recommend it. That's our Showstopper. So let's jump right into it. Our first category is everyday. So once again, this is a fragrance that you can wear anytime, anywhere. This is maybe a little bit of an unusual pick. I could have chose some other things like Parfum de Marly, some of their fresher stuff, but I decided to go with instead B612 from Nichane, which happens to be my scent of the day. I sprayed it on. Honestly, we're approaching the 12-hour mark at this point. It's still pumping. This stuff smells incredible. This is essentially a fougere, but done in a very modern way, in a very thoughtful way. It does have a fresh aromatic quality from lots of lavender, which is very characteristic of a fougere, mixed with a little bit of minty geranium flower. You have a little bit of cypress in there, which is an unusual woody quality to the scent that you get right at first spray, but it just adds a bit of a handsomeness to this freshness. Dries into a heart of warm cashmerean, which is a synthetic molecule that's supposed to be reminiscent of something like a cashmere or wool sweater, some kind of cozy, warm feeling, a little bit of a woodiness in there, a little bit of a sweetness in there as well. Some creamy sandalwood that really makes this thing very round. Dries down to some tonka bean and some musk, maybe even a little bit of oak moss in there. And ultimately it smells fresh, but kind of creamy and musky and even sweet. Just a very well-rounded scent, very well balanced, and again, something to work in every scenario. So that is B612 from Nichane. Easy everyday wear scent. Now, our casual day warm scent. This is a beautiful fragrance. Very uplifting, very delightful, very light. Unfortunately, does not perform great at all, but it's so beautiful and just smells of high quality and very natural. This is coming from Parfums. This is called Luminesce, and this is composed by Sidonie Lancesser, who does a lot of Kilian's fragrances. This is primarily a gin fragrance. Lots of gin, lots of juniper berry and citrus, mouth-watering citrus, bright, a sharp bite, kind of almost astringent from that juniper berry. You do get a bit of that cooling, again, fresh herbaceous bite from the gin itself. That gin accord, again, doesn't last long, but perfect for a few hours out during the warmer months. Now we have Sophisticated Day Warm. Again, something to wear that's going to be more professional, perhaps more elegant, but still catering to the daytime. And this is Beach Hut Man from Amouage, a classic for me, a staple in this channel. A absolute beast of a fragrance, so be careful. Do not spray too much, especially if you're going to be in close quarters. It is quite fresh, but on the very green and herbaceous side of things. Lots of mint. You do get a lot of dry oak moss. You get a lot of woods like vetiver. You get a little bit of a myrrh, kind of sweet resinous quality tucked in there that kind of binds everything together. Very green, very mossy, very woody, a little bit of sweetness. And again, quite on the fresher side, but a very commanding scent for being so fresh. Highly recommended. Beach Hut Man from Amouage. Sophisticated Evening Warm. A fragrance to wear, again, during the warmer months at night when you want to really dress up. And I had to choose this one from Raja Parfums. It is a beautiful fragrance, simple as that. This is called a Midsummer Dream. This is a kind of woody, rosy fragrance, a little bit of a resinous quality from Elemi. It's spicy, dry and woody, a little bit of a sweet floral quality in there. A little fresh, but mostly woody. It just elicits beauty. That's what I feel when I smell this fragrance. It's kind of a wow scent, and it's quite unique, purely elegant. You're gonna smell luxurious in the warmer months during the evening time. That is Raja Parfums, A Midsummer Dream. Up next we have Date Warm. Now this is a slightly odd pick for the warmer weather because it is quite sweet. However, it does not perform all that well. It's not all that thick of a scent profile, so it does have a little bit of transparency to it. And I think its performance, or lack thereof in this case, actually suits it well for these types of occasions. From Fragrance du Bois, we have Santal Complete, and this is, as per the name, a sandalwood based scent, but with lots of coconut and vanilla. Wow. Again, this is quite sweet, so it's something that you wear on a date, especially guys. Don't be afraid of something this sweet. Women love to wear this too. Perfectly unisex, but wearing these unisex style fragrances on a date is actually quite appealing to women. A lot of women like sweet fragrances on men, especially in the right occasion. And it also kind of depends on your attire and your attitude and your personality. It's beautiful, creamy, sweet, again, slightly coconutty, but not too tropical, kind of mouth-watering in terms of the sweetness, and a little bit of freshness in here to open it up. Smells wonderful. That is Santal Complete, perfect for a date in warmer months. Now we're into the cooler months here. Date Cool, something to wear on a date during the cooler months at night. This is quite sweet, so it is a little bit on the playful side, but there's a little bit more going on here. It's a little bit more complex, but not overly formal, I would say. Coming from Argos, we have Triumph of Bacchus, this beautiful ambery colored juice. This is primarily a tobacco and fruity fragrance with rum. So boozy rum, earthy tobacco that's not too leafy or too dry or anything like that. You do have some sweet, juicy peach. You have vanilla in here, I'm sure. You have maybe apple. It is a beautiful fragrance, something that smells alluring in the air. I think perfect for a date in the cooler months at night. That is Argos Triumph of Bacchus. You can use the code FRESH10 to get 10% off anything from Argos fragrances. Nothing has changed. We've been running this discount for over a year now, maybe more. You can still take advantage of either a full bottle or a sample set. Got links down below. Casual day cool, something to wear casually during the daytime, during those cooler months. And this is a perfect cozy scent. This is a perfect cuddle fragrance, something to just chill either at home, maybe go to a cafe or coffee shop with a friend, or by yourself with this fragrance, and just like, you know, maybe getting some work done or just hanging out, just watching people, whatever you do during the day casually. This is from Inica, and this is called Field Notes from Paris. This is actually a fragrance that Inica, the perfumer, created to be representative of her years while she was studying perfumery in school. And she would spend these afternoons for hours at these cafes and coffee shops, sipping on lattes and taking notes and things like that. So it does have quite a beautiful casual feel, a very cozy, very comforting feel. It is based on a little bit of tobacco flower, which is a white floral, and it kind of carries that vibe, but it's not quite as powdery as other white florals. You do have a bit of honeycomb, which brings a nice honeyed like sweetness in here, a little bit of spice. Ultimately, it smells reminiscent of a coffee shop without smelling like coffee. That's the best way I can describe it. Delicious, unique, beautiful, cozy. Field Notes from Paris. I got this one from Scent City. I'm going to link them down below. Great place to get this fragrance. Among many other hard to find niche fragrances, you can sample them as well. I'm going to link them down below. Sophisticated Day Cool. So this is going to work well during a slightly more elegant occasion during the daytime in the cooler months. A classic from the House of Creed, Royal Oud. Something dry and woody, but the freshness is perfect for this kind of scenario. Wow. It brings an assertiveness without being too arrogant or cocky, at least this one in particular, because it's not all that strong. There's a bit of an airiness to it, at least in these current formulations. I think it used to be stronger early on. Again, assertive, confident, but in a way that people want to be close to, in a way that people want to work with. People will want to cooperate with you. It just smells, again, dry and woody, a slight sweetness in there, a little bit dusty and green in a way. Not much oud, mostly cedar wood, so a little bit spicy as well. Stunning, stunning scent. A classic for a reason. Love this stuff. Perfect for a sophisticated day during the cooler months. Sophisticated evening during the cooler months. What have we picked here? Something to wear on a night out when you want to dress to impress, when you're going to a more formal event, or maybe a wedding or something like that. Again, during the cooler months at night, I had to go with Rose. Rose is a stunning scent to go with, especially when it's done in a slightly thicker way, in a denser and richer way, mixed with more things that make it more complex, more than just being floral and fresh and reminiscent of the spring. And I had to choose this one from Zaharoff. This is Signature Rosé. And this is technically a rose oud fragrance, but when you first smell it, it doesn't really come off that way. There's rose and oud, of course. There's incense as well, a little bit of vanilla. There's like 4 or 5 different types of rose in here. Some of the highest quality rose you'll ever find in a fragrance. As I've said before, I do believe this is the best fragrance release of 2021, if you're asking me. I do believe this is the best rose fragrance that I've come across. This is a rose fragrance for rose lovers and rose haters. Hard to make that, but we have that in Zaharoff Signature Rosé. Again, beautifully elegant, has an enigmatic quality because of that incense and oud in there. It is sweet and floral, but it dries kind of creamy and dark and woody, still carrying a bit of that rosy nature that, again, is very mysterious. People are going to want to get close to you. It just smells very, very luxurious, especially for the nighttime when you're dressed up. That is Signature Rosé from Zahara. And finally, Showstopper. What is something that's going to stop traffic? That's going to make people turn their head. That's going to make eyebrows go up. It's going to make jaws drop. Or it's going to make people completely silent altogether because you have completely shocked them because of how provocative you smell. And again, not for everyone. Not only by the scent, but also by the price. Definitely worth sampling if you can. From Parfums, Diaghilev. Yes, so this is a very animalic fragrance. You have to like civet, which is this slightly, I hate to say it, but kind of pissy note. But when it's blended with complexity, look out. This stuff is amazing in the air. What Roger has done, he's created a chypre with a more animalic tinge, so you have lots of oak moss in here, which brings a dry mossiness. You do have lots of labdanum, which can bring a leathery quality, and you also have a lot of, again, animalic notes, which kind of makes it even darker and rougher and more rugged, but it is well balanced with lots of fruits and florals, which is kind of a surprise. You get a fruity sweetness, peach being mainly what I get out of this, but again, a lot more going on. And in the undercurrents of it all, we have this dark, kind of harsh animalic quality that in the air smells utterly luxurious. It smells expensive.
Because it is.
This was provided to me by the brand as a gift, so I'm very thankful for that. I will link down below places where you can maybe get a sample for yourself to see how you like it. As I've said, this is one of those fragrances that you have to try. Even if you don't end up liking it, you have to try it, just so you know. It's a showstopper. People better look at it if you're gonna wear this one. Again, evening only, dress it up, either in a full suit, all black or something. Even a leather jacket would work too, but it is very luxurious. Again, be careful. Diaghilev from Roger Parfums. That's gonna do it for me. Those are my 10 categories applied to niche fragrances. And again, the fragrances I picked, I think, are all incredible, but this list is mostly about the categories and the occasions. It's not simply about my recommendations, but of course you're welcome to take my recommendations. Literally links to everything down below as always. If you like the video, please like the video. It really means so much to me. Thank you so much for tuning in. Peace. I'll see you in the next one.